dropped on their heads as children. Here's what's coming up on the Nice Guys on Business.
I am so sure that they are going to love what they're hearing. They're like, oh my God, I know the show is a shit show, but that is a fuck shit show. On the other side of it, it's like, what the hell is that?
And I love the fact that we have been named one of the 12 podcasts that leaders need to listen to. It's cool. We're going to put the link in the show notes. I don't know that it's any coincidence that it took so fucking long for you to get to the point, but that's okay. We're looking on the recordings and it's like, is your mic still working, Strick? Because I see a big open gap. It's like, oh yes, Doug, my mic's working. You just wouldn't shut the fuck up.
This guy or a couple of guys are friending everybody that's in my friend group. Yeah, I just don't want that to happen.
Unfriend those two people.
I don't think that's going to matter, because if I unfriend those two people, oh shit, how does that work? You know, you're right. I should just unfriend those people.
No shit.
So, Joy, have you ever been to a Turkish prison? Do you like gladiator movies? The Nice Guys want to know. Need an education on how to grow your business? The Nice Guys are here to help. Learn about great customer service, networking, and how just being nice can help you prosper. Now, here are your hosts, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
Gotta get your laundry for your fucking trip to Puerto Rico and shit, you know, whatever. We don't care.
Hey, Strick, I don't understand. Something happened within the last 2 weeks. No,
Are we starting the show?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Whatever you need to do. Let's start it, because I got so much information. I have so much in my brain, I forgot I was actually on the show. I thought we were just having a conversation.
Sure. We're always just having a conversation, but we have to make sure, because we have to start the show. We're not officially in and officially ready until I say, welcome back. Welcome back. My name is Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler.
The part where you started right before the welcome back, why did you hurry through that so much?
Which part before the welcome back?
You said, we got to hurry up and start the show. Welcome back.
No. You see, the reason that I sped through that is because I speed through everything. The reason that I slowed down was because you said that I speed through things too much. But we talked about that on Monday.
What you're saying is the welcome back is like a speed bump? It's kind of like you know what's interesting. Let me make an observation here.
Please.
You speak like you drive. So you go 100 miles an hour until you get to a speed bump, and then you slow way down, and then after you get over the speed bump, you start moving again. All I'm trying to say is,
I talk like I personally drive, or I talk like some people drive? I'm not clear on that.
Oh man, you drive so fast.
Do I?
Yes.
Okay.
You drive.
I never realized. I don't. I mean, I have got.
You never realized? Serious?
I never thought of it.
I got a couple tickets.
Like in general, okay, maybe I do. I don't know.
So
I think I've calmed down in my electric car. Although I did get my first speeding ticket in my electric car.
Was it was it a ticket that counted, or was it one of those stupid fucking like the speeding camera things?
No, it was a real one. Yeah.
A cop pulled you over?
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
The Harbor Tunnel Thruway. Yeah,
Strick, if I remember correctly, there was a few months ago, maybe it's a year ago now, while you were driving a van to Virginia Beach, you were also pulled over. Was that for speeding, or was that for traveling too close?
Let's not even go there. That was the traveling too close. Fucking crazy, stupid bullshit. I don't want to go there. That was like months ago. I got a new shittier van now, and I don't want to talk about that. I told him, you know what I'm doing right now, Doug?
You're speeding. You're going way too fast.
I'm standing up, actually. I was going to say I'm standing up. By the way, what's the fastest that you have ever been in a car? What's the fastest you've ever driven or ridden in a car? Okay, so can I give you a car and a motorcycle? Oh, sure, yeah. Okay, so a car, I think when I was in Las Vegas with Steve, I was driving. He rented one of those, I think he rented a Lamborghini. And I think we drove, I want to say 140. And that was pretty fast. I mean, in a Lamborghini, it doesn't feel like you're going 140. When you get to 100, things are moving pretty quick. I'd say the difference between 1 and 140 wasn't so significant. Yeah. But when I was on my motorcycle, and I rented a motorcycle when I was out in Vegas, why does Vegas bring out the worst in everybody? Apparently, yeah. It does. Well, there's so many straightaways when it comes to driving, at least. I rented a
what the hell was I on? Shit, I
Harley,
was on
a Harley, right?
I know I was on a Harley. I'm just trying to think what kind it was. It was I think it's the same one that I own, which is the Road Glide. 110, and on a motorcycle, that's fucking fast. That really is fast. I don't. Yeah. That's too fast. I didn't really like it. But I was going downhill, and and the streamers were on, and they were right on the side.
No, you're really exposed at 110 on a motorcycle. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, you asked me the question for a reason. What's the fastest you've gone?
Well, you started talking about how I drive fast. It made me think of that Lamborghini, because what you may not remember is that when we rented that Lamborghini, Steve and I split that.
Oh my God, I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, he had it half the day. I had it half the day.
Yeah.
And I remember when we get back together again and we're like returning it, he was like, dude, it's amazing, man. Doug and I, don't tell anybody, we got up to 140 miles an hour. And I was like,
oh, yes, I was right about that.
Okay, Steven. Hey, that's cool. And he was like, how fast did you go? 180.
Holy shit, 180?
On the fucking highway too, by the way, not on a track. I look back on that and I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? I mean, that was crazy.
Well, the highway right around the city, I forget what that route is. Is it 90?
15.
Oh, 15, right.
Well, there's 95 and 15.
No, yeah, I was thinking 15 also. So that's the one that runs right up against the strip, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So then, parallels the strip.
So then when you start to make that sharp left turn and go out to the mountains, and you get past, I forget what city it is, but you go past a small city where there's like I don't know, there's a bunch of gas stations and tankers and stuff. Then it gets to open highway, right? When you go to, I think it's called Mount Charleston. I want to say that. So when you hit that Mount Charleston area, it's fucking just open road. And I don't even know if there's speed limits that are out there. And there's never any...
There are.
Oh, no. Did you get pulled over?
No, thank goodness. I would have gotten in jail for that. They aren't going to just pull your license for that shit, 180 miles an hour.
So 180. Yeah. So what does that feel like?
I was cruising at 150, right? And I'm telling you, in that Lamborghini, I think it's I don't remember which one it was, Gallardo or Murcielago. I don't know. I'm not a car guy, but it was the 4-wheel drive one, and oh my God, it's so smooth. At 150 miles an hour, I could take my hands off the steering wheel. It was like that smooth, right?
Yeah.
180 started to feel like a little weird, shaky.
What are they?
I think I have a video. I'm going to post a video on the Patreon page of like the speedometer when I got up to 180.
What are they meant to be able to go up to? I mean, what can you drive them at without really fear of retribution from the car?
Supposedly, they can get up to close to 200. I don't know if they can break 200, but this one is supposedly could get up to around 200 miles an hour.
I don't know.
At 180. I felt like there was a little bit more. I could have made it, maybe got up to 185, 190, but there did not feel like there was a lot more.
And those are rentals too, aren't they? So they're not treated like gingerly by anybody that's driving them. So they're probably not like tip-top condition for what they they are. How? I'm just curious. How much was that? How much did that cost?
Oh God, you didn't want to know. It's expensive. I mean, it cost for the day 24-hour rental.
Yeah,
it was like $1,000.
Well,
$1,200 or something. It was ridiculous. It was way too much money to spend.
But I see that. But for two guys to rent it for $500.
I mean, we split it, right? Like, there's no way in hell I would have spent $1,000 at $500. I was still like more than I should have spent, but. It was an experience, I got to say.
Yeah, but Strick, cool. I know that on a number of times, and I've been to Vegas with you so many times, a number of times you've walked away from those tables with a couple $1,000s in your hand.
Nah, not that much. I mean, Robert has. I'll walk away from a table up $300 or $400 or $500. So yeah, I mean, in perspective like that, yeah. Don't tell my wife, right?
She but yeah,
like if I can spend like a half hour at a craps table and be up $500,
yeah,
you're right. I mean, in perspective, it's like, well, shit. 30 minutes at the craps table I just spent on, and I'm going to have fun with my Lamborghini. Yeah.
How did we even get onto the topic of
speeding?
Oh yeah, that's right. Because you talk like a speed. That's right. So yeah, so you start cruising in, and then you get to the speed bump, and you slow down. So the welcome back is kind of like your speed bump. And all I'm trying to do is just give you a good cruising speed the entire time. I think, for the most part, I think that between the two of us, I think we have this under control. Speaking of which, Strick,
so are you saying I should like slow down all the time throughout, or that I should just start slower and then let it wind up? Because I'm on like my third cup of coffee already.
No,
today.
I don't
it's not going to be easy today.
I actually don't think you should change anything except for the beginning of the show. show, the welcome back, because the last couple of times that I listened to the show, I just felt like you were off and running so fast. I was having a tough time as a listener, thinking, "Oh God, I hope we get into some stride here." I know we do because we're that way, but I'm afraid, are we going to scare off anybody from listening to the show?
Okay.
But there's so many other reasons why people would be scared off from listening to the show. So fuck that. Don't worry about it. Do whatever you want to do.
No, it's all good.
So anyway, so what was interesting about it is I get an email from somebody that's a part of the C-Suite network, and thank you, Jeffrey, and everybody that is a part of the C-Suite radio network for allowing us to be a part of the network. What's so funny is I get a call from Nicole, and Nicole works with the TV side of C-Suite. Mm-hmm. And, I'm on the radio side. So what Nicole does is she tries to connect. Every once in a while, she'll have a customer or a client that comes to C-Suite they don't have a radio show, but they have a TV show. And they're looking for additional ways to promote what I think I'm a little hot. Are you, am I too loud for you?
No, you're looking good. I'm looking at meters. Everything looks good.
All right. It just sounded really hot in my ear. So let me just turn me down a little bit. Anyway, so Nicole, she gets in touch with me. She says, "Hey, I have this company that is a production company, and they're interested in having their CEO or one of their higher ups be a guest on your podcast." So I'm thinking,
"Oh, okay.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Sure."
Then she dropped a bomb on me.
Yeah.
She says, "Hey, just so you're aware," and I don't think she said that, so don't be nervous, but she said, "Just so you're aware, they're Oscar nominees." I said,
"Really?"
I said, "What?"
"They're not Oscar winners. They're Oscar nominees."
Yeah, I don't know if they want. No, I guess you would have let in with they were Oscar winners. So anyway,
do you know what they got nominated for?
I think it was for documentary, which is one of those that they don't show necessarily on the main show.
No, they do show that one on the main show, just nobody pays attention.
Maybe that's why they're too busy paying attention to who won the best movie.
Yeah, exactly.
And that doesn't even really count, because did the person really win the best movie?
Right.
Anyway, so she calls me. So she gets me in touch with their PR company, and I have a conversation with the guy that runs their PR company, and we had this connection. I mean, like from the get-go, we were dropping the F-bomb with each other, and we're just having this great conversation. And he's like, "Yeah, this is going to happen." And I sent him the link, and he's so excited about getting his client on our show. And I'm thinking, of all the shows on the C-Suite radio network, they want us.
That is interesting, right? Because there's so many professional, totally business-focused shows on the C-Suite network.
Totally. But you know what? I think that what I love best about our show is, and the reason why I think that we have done whatever degree of success that we've had with the show, it's just you and I shooting the shit.
True.
And that's the best thing. So then I started thinking about, it's not what you know, because I think between the two of us, we have a pretty good grip on business skills, how to build a business, how to run a business. You definitely have a more analytical sense about how to run a business and operation sense from being president of Washington Talent and all of that along the way. Mm-hmm. And I definitely have that entrepreneurial, flair and the creativity and that side of things. So we make a really good pair from that perspective. Then I started to realize, God damn, it is not about what you know, because we've got that covered for sure. Mm-hmm. It's totally fucking about who you know.
So what you're saying is, we know so much shit, but we can't succeed. We need to know more people.
Well, I keep thinking, no. I think that the fact that we have good information, but look, I'm looking at the rest of the shows. Forget C-Suite for a second. Just look at the general cross section of all of the podcasts that are out there that are business shows.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And you look at the wealth and the depth of the knowledge that they have. You got guys that are millionaires, that are probably even billionaires, people that have been successful at running businesses, and their shows, oftentimes these are the guys that are coming to us, or to me specifically, because I get a lot of the traffic. People call me or email me. I'm the one that's getting the traffic that says, "Hey, can you help me get more listeners?" I'm thinking, wow, this is pretty cool. So let me just share an experience that happened, and I know you're aware of this, but I just want to kind of give you the backstory of this story. So we, again, part of this theme of it's not what you know, but who you know, because I have to defend the fact that I think that we know a lot about business, but that is not our strength. Our strength is in who we know in our network. So I get a call Oh no. So I'm talking to Jeffrey on and again, I'm not going to explain who Jeffrey is.
Jeffrey Hazlett.
If you want to know who Jeffrey is, go back and listen to the last previous episodes. Nice Guy Community. That's the last reference I'm making to you. I love you. Listen back. I'm having a conversation with Jeffrey probably about 3 weeks ago. And during the conversation, and we're Zoom conversation, so we're both seeing each other. Involved in the... Oh, no. This is how it worked. Jeffrey was having a conversation with a person on his Zoom account. Mm-hmm. I had an appointment with Jeffrey at 11 o'clock, so I just clicked the link, and now I'm involved in the conversation. And I open up my computer screen, and it's Jeffrey and Lali Daskal. Now, do you know who Lali is?
I don't. I mean, I know now that you've reached out to me and told me, but before then I had no idea.
Okay, so Lali is like a leader's leader, and she's going to be on the show. I think next month we have an interview scheduled. So, but I had never met Lali before, and at this point I had not had the interview scheduled with her. So I interrupt accidentally. It's kind of like me walking into a room and, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't know you guys were in here. So it was like that. So because there's no lock. So I walk into the Zoom room where Lali and Jeffrey are, and they're having a conversation, and Jeff says, "Oh, hey, Doug, I'm sorry. I thought we had maybe the meeting was in a half hour." And I said, "Hey, you're Lali Daskal," because I know her, because I've seen photos of her everywhere. And I tried to. I'm like humming. I just didn't know what to say, because can you imagine walking into a room? Let's see, who would be like a rock star that you would instantly recognize if you saw them in a room?
Mike Rowe.
Okay. Oh, rock star. Okay, so you're
Mike
talking
Rowe,
about
my guy.
A business rock star. Okay.
Well, yeah, okay.
Okay, so give me a rock star.
A rock star, like Adam
Levine?
Yeah, that's it. See,
okay.
he's such a rock star, I can't even remember his fucking name.
You wouldn't know a rock star. Strick, you're the guy that knows everything about music. Give me a rock star that you really admire and look up to.
Dave Grohl.
Okay, I don't know who Dave Grohl is. Who is that?
Foo Fighters. Okay, Nirvana.
Is it Kroll or Grohl?
Grohl.
Okay, so you would know him instantly when you see him.
Instantly, I would know him immediately, yes.
So just imagine that Dave Grohl is having a conversation with I don't know, with a friend, with Robert Sherman. Mm-hmm. And you weren't invited to the meeting. And that's fine, because you don't know, Robert, but you don't know Dave. And you just open up the door and you walk, and what would be that initial...
No, I got the idea. Yes, you set it up quite nicely, Doug. Yes, I would be like, yes, it would be crazy. I got the idea.
So I'm walking into this Zoom room, which is a digital space, and I'm like, holy shit, that's Lali Daskal, and she's talking to Jeffrey Hazlett. It's like two of my heroes in one room, and and it's like fucking awesome. Uh-huh. So Jeffrey said, "Oh, hey, Doug, I think we're on in a half hour." And Lali said, "No, it's cool, whatever." And I'm like, "No, I'll get back to Jeffrey. It's fine. Uh-huh. You guys just continue your conversation." So immediately I hit the disconnect button, and I get off of Zoom, and I said, "Holy fuck! That was Lali Daskal." So then, the stupid me, not the stupid me, but the guy in me that's the always networking guy.
Right.
So I go to Twitter. I go to Twitter, of course, and at Lali Daskal. Yeah, I look her up. I find out. Okay, so what? 1,000,004 followers. I mean, big fucking deal, right?
Right.
What? 1 million followers.
Right.
So I end up tweeting her. I'm like, "Hey, sorry for walking into our conversation," or something like that with Jeffrey. Great to meet you. Would love to have you on the show. If I didn't tell her anything, but then I just sent her a little link to our show that she could check it out.
Right.
She sends me an email back, or a text, or a tweet back saying, "Would love to be on the show. Let's set it up. Let's set up an initial call." So I have the initial call with her, and instantly, in probably 60 seconds, we had this connection. She was really already a co-coach and a mentor, and I felt like, oh, totally, this is totally cool. I have an in with Lali Daskal, and that's great. And then I discovered that she was a real person, and I hey, she's really a cool person. She's not just this ego at all. She's no ego. She was just a real person. So we talked about the show a little bit. She listened to a couple of episodes, and I get an email from her. I think this is the order of how things went. I get an email from her, and she said, I'm putting your show in Inc. online as one of the top 12 leadership shows that I've listened to. I've just given you a heads up. I'm like, fuck, that's unreal. That's crazy. And as you know, the article ran last week, and our numbers have just like fucking skyrocketed since it ran. Now, I don't think there's any coincidence in that. Do you?
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't know that it's any coincidence that it took so fucking long for you to get to the point, but that's okay. If I were any kind of editor, I might edit that shorter, but I'm not going to be able to do that. But it's all good. But I think, Dolly, man, it's exciting as shit. And I love the fact that we have been named one of the 12 podcasts that leaders need to listen to. It's cool. We're going to put the link in the show notes.
Okay, so I'll just shut up now.
You see, that's the problem, Doug. You take things too personally. When you say to me, hey, dude, okay, so this is like part of the quick version of our pre-conversation today. It's, Strick, man, I want to talk to you about something. I don't want you to be offended. Okay, whatever. No, really, it's okay. It's not a big deal. If you don't want to do this, Doug, just fucking come out with it. No, but I want to make sure you're not offended because I really love what we're doing. Doug, shut the fuck up. Just tell me what it is. I think when you say welcome back, you say it a little too fast. Okay, no problem. I can slow it down. Really? Because I don't want to offend you. Doug, who fucking cares? It's no big deal. Just fucking tell me, all right?
Straight.
But God forbid I say that after the end of your 5-minute goddamn Lolly Daskal story, it was a Zoom room. By the way, this is a digital room. For those of you who are not aware, the Zoom room is not an actual physical room. It's actually a digital room. So I was actually seeing them on my computer. It would be one window where I'm seeing Jeffrey and the other window where I'm seeing Lolly. And I'm like, get to the fucking point, dude. Come on. Jesus, Doug.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
And now if I say something, it's like, okay, I'm not going to say anything.
It did take, you know, thinking back, it really did take me a long time to get there.
I'm going to go back. In fact, in the show notes, I'm going to mark the beginning of that story and the end, and I'm going to tell you how long it was. Because you know what? We did have a comment. There was a time, an episode maybe a month ago, where I felt like you were rambling on and on and on and on. And when I went back, but when I went back and listened later, it's like it was only like 40 seconds. So it felt like it to me because I've had too much fucking coffee. Maybe this one felt the same way. We'll find out in the show notes later.
You want to know the most funny part of this entire thing? I'm looking at the meters where we can see like the wave file,
and you're seeing this huge open gap of mine, right?
That's exactly what I'm seeing. I'm looking at a huge open gap.
It's like we're looking on the recordings, and it's like, is your mic still working, Strick? Because I see a big open gap. It's like, oh yes, Doug, my mic's working. You just wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Oh, my face hurts today. You know, who made a comment on the Slack group? Somebody made a comment today. They said, oh shit, what was it? Last week's show, the Tuesday and the Thursday shows, they were really kind of business focused. They were
Paul said that.
Paul said they were really serious, and I said, fuck that, we're not doing that anymore.
We need to steer hard to the left away from that shit right now. Well, we've certainly done that.
So let's do this. Let's come back to reality here. In my hand, this is the Tuesday show, right?
Yes.
Is it too late? Are we out of time?
Yeah. Hey, I'm sorry we are out of time. No, we're not out of time yet. No, we're okay right now, I think.
Okay, so we have time left. I came up with many subjects that. How many subjects do I have on this list? I wrote them down, but I think did I email them to you or did I?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we got 8. It's not who you know. We got that one. Okay, that's the only one we've gotten to.
Okay.
Patreon patrons. You know what? We have a new Patreon patron that we have to thank today because if you are at least at the $5 level, you get a shout out on the show every month. You know who
Who's
it is?
Today?
Prosh.
Prosh is?
Prosh jumped in on the $10 level since last week, and thank you, Prosh. We love you, buddy. We appreciate the patronage.
Thank you so much for the patronage. Welcome. So the people, let me understand this. We have this new Slack group going, and that right now we've kind of grandfathered all of our original Funkin' fans into that, even though they're not at the $10 level, right? Or $5. Right. What level do you need to be at to be in the Slack group?
The Slack group is the $5 level. Now, we've just added that on. I've just changed that around today. So if you want to get the free extra content like us shooting the shit before we actually start recording the show, that's $2 a month. If you want to be part of the Slack group.
Hold on, wait. Before you go on to that, the $2 level will get you the rant that Strickland goes on.
Right.
You got to go back. You got to listen. You've got to. If nothing other than just pay the $2, get the information, then dump out of the group.
Right, just pay the $2 a month. And I think I said this on our Thursday show. You know, it's money back guarantee. If you don't feel that you got your $2 of content, $2 worth of content, we'll refund your money.
Wait, you said that on the Thursday show. It's today's only Tuesday.
Tomorrow's show. Yes, I said it on tomorrow's show. Yes.
How do you know what you're going to say tomorrow? We haven't gotten there yet.
Dude, exposition. All right. We're not going to go into that. Anybody who listens knows that we record our intros first, so we're not going to do the exposition.
Hey, double exposition, bonehead. Why would an Oscar nominee want to come on our show?
They obviously did not listen to the show before they decided to do that.
They've listened to the show and they like it. Yes.
It's fucked up.
You know what? We're like the Animal House of the podcasting space.
Although, you know what's funny? We talked last week about the episode, the show Girls We Fucked, right? No, Guys We Fucked.
Yeah.
That would be our show.
There is a podcast called, I think it was number 42 at the time that we did our little analysis.
Right.
Number 42 was the podcast entitled Guys We Fucked.
Right. And so I'm flipping through the episodes, right? And I'm like, this is kind of interesting. They obviously get a lot of patronage and people like them. And so I've got to see what this is all about, right? Their most recent episode is 2 hours long. Okay.
Yeah.
And really, they just shoot the shit. But it's fun because, I mean, it's not my thing. I wouldn't listen for 2 hours every single week, but I can see how they are engaging and they're interesting and they're pretty funny. And they do an interview part in the middle. And
hey, Strick, how many shows do they have a week?
I think 1.
Okay, so let me just kind of just debrief what you said quickly because I don't want to take a long time to explain this because I know you'll get on me about that.
Yeah.
Strick, if you add up all of the episode lengths that we have, we're well over 2 hours, and we gab and we interview and we suck. It's the same thing. We just divide it differently. We just put a page break in.
So it's the same thing except for the part about where we suck?
Oh, yeah.
Like we're not number 42 on iTunes?
Oh, yeah. We're not number 42. And we don't talk about girls that we fucked.
True. Well, if we could get more listeners on iTunes, I don't want to say less or fewer on Overcast because we love Overcast and we certainly don't want fewer on Overcast. We just want the percentages to change a bit because we at 95% of our downloads are on Overcast right now.
Well, but let me say this about that.
Yeah.
Last week when this article came out on Ink Online. Is it Ink Online?
It's like Ink magazine and INC, not INK. This is not a tattoo magazine. This is actually Ink as in incorporated, like business.
Yeah. So we were named one of the top 12 podcasts for leader. What was it? What was the exact title?
Top 12 podcasts to listen to for leadership.
That's
fucking leadership, really. How do we get in the goddamn leadership category?
Because we have some awesome leaders that come on the show. They obviously were listening to a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday show. God, can you imagine somebody stumbled onto our show for the first time on a Tuesday or a Thursday?
Yeah, but I gotta say, in our defense, I think we do give a lot of great advice that can absolutely be applied to leadership. I mean, I know you are a big believer in this, Doug, and me as well. You can lead from anywhere. You do not have to have the CEO title. Really, it's about how you carry yourself either at your office, if you're working for somebody else, or in your business, if you are running a business yourself, how you present yourself to your customers, how you present yourself to your other employees, even if you don't have that title. It is about carrying yourself that way and being a leader no matter what your title is.
So I just want to share that on Zencastr today, my title is...
Hey, I thought we were, you know what? I'm going to bleep that out because...
Why?
Because because it's so offensive right now. Because that is going to be one of the things now that you have to be at least the $2 level in Patreon if you want to find out what moniker Doug uses on Zencastr.
Let's just use that as a teaser then.
Oh, so we're going to let him have the first one?
Yeah, we're like
seriously,
a drug
though,
dealer.
If we actually let them have the first one, and they hear how stupid it is, they'll never pay to hear the rest.
Oh, so why don't you just do this? Why don't you just beep it out then? I mean, keep
That's
everything except just put a beep.
That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say I was going to cut it out. I said I was going to beep it out.
Yeah. So once again, my title was...
Right. Yeah, exactly. But you have to at least be a $2 patron and hear our pre-show week of 320 pre-show talk to hear what it was. And if after you pay your $2, you go, that was fucking stupid, I want my $2 back, you just tweet out to us. We'll give it back to you.
Yeah, I'll give it back. I think the way that Patreon works actually is I think that it charges you at the first of the next month.
That's true. You could cheat it. I don't want to give people ideas here, but when you sign up for Patreon, you don't get charged until the first of the month, right? So let's say you sign up today, right? And you listen to all the bonus content and you're like, that fucking sucks. You can cancel cancel it before the end of the month and you don't pay your $2.
Yeah, you know what? And I'm okay with that because I am so sure that they are going to love what they're hearing. They're like, oh my God, I know the show is a shit show, but that is a fuck shit show. On the other side of it, it's like, what the hell is that?
Oh, fuck shit show.
So anyway, so Lolly became a part of our life. This Oscar group is become a part of our life. That's going to become a reality as soon as I get back from vacation. Actually, as of the day that this is Tuesday today. I am still sand high in awesomeness in Bahia Beach in San Juan, Puerto Rico, or just outside of San Juan. Feel free to send a tropical drink with an umbrella to my room. That is fine.
Well, Doug, we're about, we are about 26 minutes. We got time.
I got stuff that I want to talk about. I can't.
Well, let's see. You sent me 7 topics to talk about this week, and we've hit 1.
Let me just do a quick one then, okay?
Okay.
Every time I go to Facebook, I have like 7, 8, 9 new friend requests.
By the way, wait a minute, Doug. You did send me 7 specific topics. I don't see the word Facebook in any of them.
I wrote this one down. I wrote it down as a part of the Monday show when we were ranting about something else. I just said, oh yeah, Facebook friends, Facebook requests.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I also want to talk about 4242 DJ Doug because, oh my God.
Okay, so now we're going to 9 topics that we've hit one and a half of so far.
You opened 4242 DJ Doug up again, and we got 3, maybe even 4 messages that were left on there, and I forwarded them all to you. Are you going to somehow try to weave those into the intro? We don't have to have the entire message, but can you maybe just edit them down so that you have a good 15-second thing?
I haven't actually listened to them yet. Did people record intros, or did they record questions? What did they send? What did they leave messages saying?
I think that they were intros, if I remember correctly.
Okay,
I
will do questions. The intros this week then. We will the intros. Each show intro this week will be one of our people that called in.
Okay, that's
fair. You know who else I want to talk about? Yeah, let's add one more fucking topic, right?
Add another topic. That's topic number 10. Here we go. What is
everybody so far on Patreon that we have, and correct me if I'm wrong, Doug, everybody that we have is somebody that we have had some interaction with outside of Patreon, right? So it's people that we didn't know before we started the show, but it's people that we've either tweeted with or we've gotten to know them within the show.
We definitely have a connection with them.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So, 100%.
Right. I have not seen anybody on the list where I'm like, who the hell are they? This is really cool that it's somebody that we've never heard of, never talked to, and they are actually donating to us on Patreon. Until this week.
It's okay. So we have a creeper. No,
not
at all.
Oh, come on, make him feel bad. I love this. This is exciting. Absolutely. I mean, it makes me feel like we've got like real fans.
That's highly doubtful. I think he feels sorry for us. At this point, you have somebody that probably just feels like sorry for us because we're pathetic.
We see now. I'm trying to look him up. I got it. I'm on Patreon.
It's Greg. Is it Greg Osterdyke?
That's it, Greg Osterdyke. And we don't know how to pronounce his name. Osterdyke.
I think that's how you pronounce his last name.
But he was a mayor.
I know.
How cool is that? Hold on, because I emailed him and I'm like, dude, we have no idea who you are, which is really exciting. It's cool. We love that. And like, so why don't you email back and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Read his return email.
Well, where did it go? Because he emailed you. Hang on, where the hell did it go?
So wait.
Here's Greg. New Nice Guys recording tomorrow. God damn it! You forwarded it to me.
All right, hold on a second. Let me see.
Because I'm looking for his email. Let me look for his name.
All right, I got it. So we wrote him a thanks for signing up.
Right.
And he wrote back, hey, thanks, nice guys. I'm an entrepreneur who has been selling fax servers for 19 years, near-death survivor, and a former mayor. I've enjoyed your shows and wanted to support you. Now, he's a very serious guy. It's obvious from that. I think that anybody that was a mayor, although I did used to date the mayor of College Park's daughter, and he wasn't a real serious guy.
Okay,
he was a funny guy.
Okay, but that's really cool though. I mean, he's a former mayor. He's selling fax servers?
I don't even know. What is a fax server?
We should get him on the show and interview him maybe.
I said to him, one of my things I said back to him was, let's see, we've never heard from you, so we know nothing about you, but glad you're enjoying the show.
Yeah.
let me see if I told him that I would love for him to come on. Yeah, feel free to get more involved. We would love to hear from you. So call, tweet, post on Facebook, or at least jump in and listen while we record once a week. I'm very curious what the fax business is doing these days.
The fax server, is that like the typewriter business? I mean, I'm really curious as to what a fax server is if it's not.
Let me share this though. I feel like our show was moving at about 180 miles an hour, and then we introduced the word fax, and I feel like we've actually come to a turtle space right now.
Well, because it's really time to wrap up anyway. So maybe we're like slowing down so we don't like hit the brick wall at the end of the episode.
I really wanted to chat with you about this whole Facebook friend request thing. I don't know how to stop them or slow them down, or just I don't know what to do.
You know, this business would be. Shoot, what's the line? I just had it in my head. It would be so much easier if it wasn't for the fucking customers, right? I mean, that's what it sounds like you're saying, Doug. God, I'm so goddamn popular. So many people want to be my friend. How do I stop it?
I don't think that that's it. I don't think that that is it. I think that it is that people, there's like, you know, you have, I don't know what they're called. What do you call the people that are just like right on your tail that just like, I have, let's say, 1,000 friends. I have no idea how many friends I have. I don't even know how to figure it out. Let's just say it's 1,000.
Okay.
I have 1,000 friends on Facebook. I don't actually have real 1,000 friends. That would be stupid. It's just too many. On Facebook, I have 1,000 friends. Mm-hmm. I look at the people that are friending me, and I see the same 2 or 3 that are like mutual friends, which means that all this guy probably did, or these people probably did, was just go through my friend list and start friending everybody.
Okay.
Because I didn't go to them and start following all the people that are in their life. So
in other words, the commonality is down to like two people. Like the weird random ones you see, they're all common friend is one of these 2 people, right?
Well, yeah, but I can say that it will tell you that 75 common friends or 27 common friends or whatever it is, but ultimately when it comes down to it, and I don't even have to click on the beyond to see what our mutual connections are, like the first 2 connections that says is such and such and such and such are friends, are mutual friends, which means to me that this guy or a couple of guys are friending everybody that's in my friend group. That's the common, isn't that what that means?
Okay, yeah. And so ultimately your question is, how do you stop this?
Yeah, I just don't want that to happen.
Unfriend those 2 people.
I don't think that's going to matter.
Why not?
Because if I unfriend those 2 people, well, then it's not going to say that oh, shit, how does that work? You know, you're right. I should just unfriend those people.
No shit.
I didn't think that would stop people from being able to friend me, though.
They can reach out to you, and there's 2 levels. You can unfriend somebody, right?
Yeah.
You can also block them. Now, if you block them, it means that they can't see you at all, right?
You know what I did when I first got divorced? I blocked my ex-wife. I didn't want her all up in my business. Yeah. And you know, we're friends now, but I forget if I friended her back on Facebook again. I think I may have. The
common connection is those 2 people, whoever they may be. Just unfriend them, because you're right. That's probably what they're doing. They're probably going through the whole group and like friend of a friend. So I want to be the friend, but then the connection is broken, and you won't be the friend of a friend anymore.
Oh gosh, you just solved my whole world here.
I'm
wondering
glad.
if I start. Yeah, that was great, because I get so many friend requests of people that I'm like, who the fuck is this? I don't even know who these people are, and they're friending me.
Right.
Anyway, so that was part of my problem, and that's really what I wanted to talk about. So hopefully we've helped you with your Facebook account, everybody.
I'm so happy to have offered a solution.
That is our business tip of the day.
Happy to have offered a solution.
Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, I think we should wrap it up now.
How far into this episode are we?
33 minutes, which is not too bad.
Yeah. Okay. Let's wrap it up here. We're gonna come back on Thursday's show. We have another 1,700 topics that we want to cover. Check out Monday's episode. If you didn't listen to Monday's episode, can I come out of role playing for a second and talk to the community just so that they can? Should I do that?
I never said that you can't talk to the community and address the community. I agree that we should not do so much exposition. We shouldn't explain, here's the backstory. But I don't see any problem with like addressing the community, because really, I mean, that's kind of what we do.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. if you have any ideas for us, let us know.
Yeah.
But
that's all we need is more fucking topics, right?
Right. Go back to Monday's show, and you will hear Dan Rice, and he is our community manager. Great episode, gives you a lot of insight about the importance of building a community, especially how to build a Facebook community, whether or not Dan is your man, the importance and the significance of building a community on Facebook. Then listen to tomorrow's show. Tomorrow is going to be, oh, wait a minute. Well, you are going to listen to tomorrow's show because you're listening to today and you're so in love with us that you have to listen tomorrow.
Exactly. Or you can't figure out where the unsubscribe button is, so you're just stuck.
That's right. So Adam Brewer is on Wednesday's show, and he does everything about cybersecurity. Very cool stuff. If you think 123456 is a good password, you're fucking nuts. You better change that. And then Yigal Adado is on Friday's show, and you want to check him out. Also, all sorts of good stuff about leadership and about growing your business.
I just use my birth date as my password. Is that a good one?
I don't think that's a good one, Strick.
You don't think so?
I think now that you've said that, it's probably pretty easy to go on
maybe
Facebook.
I should change that.
Wait a minute. Did you unfriend me on Facebook?
Shh. Did you see that already? God damn.
Oh, wait. Hey, you fucking unfriended me on Facebook. Oh, wait. No, you didn't. Sorry. No, you didn't. I thought you did for a second. I was spelling your name Strickland.
Yeah, it helps you spell my name right. Yeah.
Okay, let's get out of here. You want to?
Yeah. Steve O'Brien, take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, the only podcast I provide voice for and also actually listen to, I'm Steve O'Brien. Well, that's what I tell them, at least. Listen to the beginning and the end. All the stuff in the middle is just yak, 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 yak.